Hi everybody. So I don't see any rain in our forecast for like at least a couple weeks. So I vowed to, it's kind of noisy through here, I vowed to get out and walk, and I didn't. I went this route yesterday, but I'm not sure how long I was gone or how long it is. So I decided to track it just out of curiosity. Definitely longer than just walking around in our neighborhood. And I found this really nice stretch that's canopied with trees through here. It's going to end a little bit up here, but other than the road noise and that, it's actually a pretty nice walk. Eventually I'm going to tack on a whole nother loop and go the same way twice and keep adding, because I really like this route. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated to my commitment, because the last time I filmed myself walking, literally haven't done it since then. And I started this yesterday, so keep your fingers crossed for me. All right, I'm just holding my phone right now. So it is right around 25 minutes, about 1.16 miles. And I thought about going around again because I feel much better today versus how I felt yesterday. But nah, I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna just do this for 7 days. So we've got 2 down, I'm gonna do it for 5 more, and then I'll go around twice. That's what I do sometimes, is I really push myself and then I get really fatigued, and I usually am not very consistent and don't do it anymore. So I'm gonna tell myself, you know, nice and easy. We're gonna start slow because I am very, very out of shape. Hey, no. I also have to be careful of my electrolytes. So I ordered, have you heard of Water Drop? I think that's what it's called. I ordered a 34-ounce glass water bottle from them. It's really pretty. A sleeve that it came with, and also kind of a tester of different flavors that have no sugar, of their like hydrating drops, just to kind of jazz up your water a bit, because I hate water. I really do. It's like torture. So I'll try them out, let you know how that goes. It's not here yet. We'll see you guys in a bit. We are on day 3. And we are on day 4. Day 5. We are on day 6. I left about probably 8:45 this morning, 8:40, because we're expecting Baxter delivery today for their monthly delivery for my husband's dialysis stuff that he needs for his nightly treatments. I never know when they're going to come. I think this time, at least lately, we've been getting emails that let us know like a time period between, I think, 11:40 and 1:40 today. So I just wanted to get this out of the way. I don't like this time of day, I can tell you that already, because there's so much more traffic, people heading to work. So not something I want to do often, that's for sure. But we're in day 6. Tomorrow is going to be a whole week, and I'm feeling pretty good, so yay. So I know it's a day early. I said I wasn't gonna do 2 loops until 7 days, but instead of turning this way, which is how I usually start my walks from my neighborhood, I'm gonna go straight and do it backwards, because this way is a slight incline and it really gets my muscles burning right away. But I think I'm gonna take it easy on my second one, and I'll come down that hill going home. So yeah, I'm just might be doing this a little slower the second time around, but that should give me a little over 2 miles. It's my favorite stretch of my walk. It seems so weird doing it backwards. look, we're coming into my street, and there's that yellow house that I love so much. I just love this house. So yeah, this was weird going in reverse. Did pretty good. I think what gets the most sore for me is my hips. It's like I'm trying to be cognizant. Am I rolling my hips as I'm walking? I mean, I'm definitely, my legs are like, okay, we're done. I have to make sure I'm picking up my feet. Don't want to trip. But we did pretty good. All right, so it looks like this was 2.66 miles. And it took me about 50 minutes, exactly, 50 minutes and 31 seconds to complete 2 big loops around. So, looks like my average pace was 18 feet, 56 inches per mile. Okay. All right, there's my dogs wondering where the heck I've been. I have a sneezing attack. My nose is running and I'm sneezing, which is always a little scary, if you know what I mean. And, traffic, believe it or not, it doesn't sound like it, but it is better than it was yesterday. It's in the 9 a.m. hour. It is day 7. A whole week. We did it. I did it. I don't know what. I feel you guys are with me on this, cheering me on. So I guess I feel I need to include you. So yes, this is the end of our first week. And from now on, I won't be posting every day, but I'll definitely be giving you guys updates as I keep going. Okay. The dogs. I opted to not do a second loop today. Just my body's like, no. I actually feel like I have a bit of inflammation flaring up. God, I can feel it like in my elbows, and I think I mentioned yesterday how my hips were really aching and all of that. However, I did take a little extra walk around the cul-de-sac down here, so it ended up being about a little over 25 minutes. So I'll take that. Good morning. It is actually Friday morning, and today is the big neurology appointment in Seattle. The doctor himself actually called yesterday and wanted to know if it was possible. He had cancellations in his day, and he's basically trying to shore up his schedule. He wanted to know if we can come in early. And it's hard for us to do early appointments, not just because it's the morning and we all, we're not morning people. I may be up at this time, but that doesn't mean I'm ready to go anywhere. So he said, 9:30, and I'm like, oh God. For one thing, the traffic, because I have to go into Seattle. I haven't driven into Seattle in a very long time. Probably, when was the last time we had an appointment in Seattle? Probably 1.5 years ago, maybe. Longer, actually, than that. But traffic in the morning on a Friday, you have to take whatever appointment you can get, first of all. And they had canceled and had to reschedule this appointment at least once, maybe even twice. So you just take what they have. It doesn't matter what time of day, coming or going, traffic is going to be horrific today, being a Friday. So I said, well, how about 10:30? That's because if we leave, it's over an hour without traffic to get where we have to go. And I'm going to check here on my phone in a bit, because it may be around closer to 2 on a Friday morning. And if we had to be there at 9:30, that would mean that we would be commuting during the commute morning traffic of a Friday. It's already going to be like that, because we're going to leave here at about 8:15. We have to check in his appointment by 10:15. So I set my alarm for 6 a.m., got out of bed at 6:15, getting my coffee fix. This is the first morning that I did not drink some water before my coffee. However, it is sitting there and I have had some sips and I'm going to try to drink a little bit more. But the thing is the thing about drinking a lot more water is that you're in the bathroom a lot. And if you have some, kind of incontinence issues, and that makes me a little nervous because if my bladder is full, and even sometimes, I'm going to have to get his wheelchair in and out of the car and you kind of strain a little. I know. So that's why I'm like, I don't think I'm going to chug that water down this morning. I'm going to wait till I get home and do some catch up. But I am having my coffee. So I'll let you know when we get back, and I'll check in on kind of what I learned through the neurology appointment. Hi, everybody. It is 6:40 at night on a Friday, back from the neurologist appointment. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you the amount of relief that I have knowing that we have a neurologist now. He works even closer to us, so we don't have to go clear to Seattle every time we have an appointment with him. He's very, very young, and I think he's been about 3 or 4 years out, being his neurologist self. So I can't believe how young he is, but very impressed. He specializes in, like neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's and dementia and whatnot. And I don't know how we got lucky like we did, but I tell you, we deserve a break, and we got one. So I did bring up the situation with my husband that I've been dealing with on and off, that I touched on in past vlogs. And I waited till the end of the appointment and said, I do have something that I want to talk to you about in a question. I said, I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I am just so happy to be talking to a neurologist. I said, this has been a wild ride, and I feel like we have been out here dangling and have had no support at all. So I did bring it up. He didn't say much. He did, type something, and he did kind of, he looked at me and he goes, yeah, this is why I think you made a good decision in trying to kind of figure out what it may be. We may not know exactly. It may be more of knowing what it isn't. But so, yeah. So it was about a 75-minute appointment. It was a bit overwhelming for me and him, I think. And my husband he was, just doing fine. And we opted after he told us that you are not, I'm not telling you need to go this route. I'm not telling you don't have any choice. You should do this, this, and this. He goes, this is completely up to you. But here are the options of what to do next, after we had talked to him about everything. And we decided to go ahead. My husband decided, because ultimately, it's his choice. And he decided to do a spinal tap, and he decided to do the PET scan, which is something that the hospital recommended we do after he stayed in there for 5 days, as they did all kinds of tests on him to rule out just everything. And then I went to make that appointment to see the neurologist to get that. And if you recall, they wouldn't see us. And they said, we don't deal with hallucinations. So I told him that, and he was really upset. I mean, he was even talking to he was like, this isn't right. He says, you were denied care. So he has asked our permission to get all of the medical transcript, just everything on that 5-day thing, so he can see not only sort of what they came up with there, but just to see what the heck was going on during that 5-day visit. And yeah, so we gave him that. Yes, please do. I would like to know as well. So they did an MRI, and he doesn't have any of that information yet. But yeah, I said that they didn't really talk to me about it. It's something that I found myself when I looked on my chart. But there was some abnormalities, but they must have been so slight, nothing of concern, because they never really talked to me about it. But I would like to know what he thinks about what it says on there. It's something about a thickening of a certain part of the brain, and then there were some other things mentioned, a little bit of abnormalities, but again, nobody really brought it up to me, so I just have always assumed that it isn't anything to be concerned about. And he was a little bit, perplexed about that too. I really liked him. I really did, and he definitely got the picture that I was just absolutely so happy to have him on our team. It's desperately need that support. And we don't know right now at this point. He said, he may not have any kind of Alzheimer's, he might not have any dementia, he might have some other neurological degeneration, something going on. We don't know. But he says, this is my job, is if you want to go that route and try to find out, that is my job, to help find out what it is and, eliminate what it isn't. He said, or, you can continue to sort of go down the path where you don't really care to know what it may be, but just to continue to get maybe medication management as symptoms occur and yada yada. So, but I said, well, this is going to be his decision, but me personally, I would like to know. I think it would help. I think it would help guide us in kind of what to expect, and guide the doctor to kind of help him choose appropriate medications based on maybe what we found out. So he agreed with that. He goes, I don't want to push my agenda on you, but he goes, I'm an academic. I am biased to doing certain tests to figure out what things are, but so I am on board with that. But he goes, but if you didn't want to do that, that's okay. So that is that. Again, very happy. Really tired. I'm not going to lie. Probably when I get done filming this, which is going to wrap up our vlog, probably going to just get my jammies on, take the hair off. I know I've got it sticking up everywhere. And going to kind of get comfy. Oh, the kitten is very upset that I'm out here. And she's not. She's looking at me in the window. So, yeah, I'm real tired. I think a couple days this week, my body just sort of naturally got up around 6:30. Why is it that a day that you set the alarm to get up at 6, your body's like, oh my God, I could sleep for another 3 hours, But I did force myself to get up. So, yeah, I'm pooped. And I was really nervous about this appointment. Hey, Bubba. I was really geared up about this appointment. I even had a nervous stomach because I didn't know what to expect. I knew I was going to have to be the one that would probably give the most information, because honestly, my husband, he doesn't remember this stuff really well. He doesn't. Yeah, so I just wasn't sure how I was going to be received, because believe me, between being the voice for my father when my mom passed away and going to all his doctor's appointments, and now going and being the voice for my husband when he didn't have one because he was so cognitively, he wasn't able to do any of that. I have had more often than not, sadly, been the one that they make me feel like I'm wasting their time, or that I'm just jabbering on, or even make me feel like I'm exaggerating, that I don't know, I've gone away always feeling that I wasn't heard, or that they made me feel like I was being overbearing and I wasn't letting my husband talk or something, and so I'm always nervous, and I was really nervous about this one because I wanted to bring up that sort of weird personality thing that he goes through, and it comes and goes, and so I just kind of felt it out, and then I realized, no, I would feel totally comfortable bringing this up to him. And I waited to the end of the appointment, and I did. So, yeah. He said he's going to do a 2 months from now. We're going to follow up with those tests that we did. And I believe he said it's going to take probably a little bit to even be seen to get those tests done. So I'm not expecting that he's going to get in, like in even a couple weeks from now. I think it's going to be a bit before he can even get those tests done. We do have to go into Seattle for both of those, though. Darn it. So, yeah. I just like that nervousness, that tension in my tummy, everything is just like, okay, so something fun now. So I've had a couple of you make a comment about how you notice that I have different colors of my, my Apple Watch here, my bands here, and I match my outfits with them. Oh boy, do I have something to share with you. This is probably one of the funnest, kind of the most exciting Amazon finds that I have found in a long time. Probably next, even more so, I think, but I love my soft, lightweight 3/4 length sleeve sweaters. I just got 2 more colors today in slightly different styles, but I now think I have, oh gosh, I have so many different colors. And again, some of the styles are a little different, but it's made by the same designer. So they're all the same when it comes to how lightweight they are. I love that they're 3/4 lengths, and they're just perfect for in-between weather. And I love them. That's an Amazon find. This, however, amazing. One of these silicone bands, if you were to order it from Apple, very expensive. I mean, I couldn't afford to get several in different colors to match up with my outfits. I found these. I don't even, let's see, will it tell me how many was in here? Let's see. No. Unfortunately, it doesn't, but I will put it up here. I'll tell you how many came in this package. They have a couple different choices when it comes to different colors that you get. Now, one of these is my Apple Watch. It's this one because it feels a little bit different. So one of these is my Apple Watch. Yeah. However, this particular one is the one I chose. This is the colors in here. Look at this beautiful blush pink. This is probably my favorite. But I've worn the navy, I've worn this one, I've worn the pure white. This matches one of my new dresses. I mean, yeah, there's gray. I wear black quite a bit. There's this taupe. Just amazing. And this actually is pretty, is it this one? Yeah, this is pretty close to the color of my actual Apple Watch. Now, I do have the bigger watch itself. What is this, a bezel? But so I have the big one. So this particular maker, brand, whatever, they don't have one that completely fits this perfectly, because if you notice, this is the actual Apple Watch. This is these. So this is a little bigger to match the larger watch. This would match the smaller ones. But as you can see, it's really not that big a deal. It's still kind of, you can hear that little bit of a lock, and then it locks into place. They're very, very comfortable. And I have to tell you that I actually prefer the band on and how it goes on versus the Apple Watch. These are also more bendy and soft. These are also bendy and soft, but they're just, I don't know. They're definitely more pliable. Not that these aren't, but see how this is more of a circle This is more of a oval. I actually like that better. The other thing is do you see on this end here? This one has the first thing that you put it through, and I actually like this design better. So, you know, when you put it on, you slip it through. See if I can do this here. Hold on. So you would put it through the first, you get it to the tightness that you want. I'm just doing this to kind of show you. So you want it here, and then you slip it, you know, in just like the Apple Watch, and then it lays, you know, flat there against your skin. I don't know. I just really like that better. I can tighten it a little easier doing it this way, because I can just kind of like pull it back and then put it in and have that little extra thing. All right, now I'm going to tell you how much this was. As of the filming of this video, I haven't checked since I purchased it, so I hope it's actually is the same. They were $12 and something cents, I believe. So they were like $11.59 or $12.95 or something for all of these. For all of these. All of them. I mean, come on, it's amazing. I couldn't believe it. I ordered them thinking, you know, it's fine. They'll probably be kind of plasticky, and no, actually they aren't. I've worn them several times. I haven't had any issues. Again, they're secure. I've never had one come out or anything. So this was quite a find. Oh, this guy fell out. There's a really pretty orange one too. I think I have worn this. This matches like 2 of my new Bloom Chick dresses. It's so fun. I like, ooh, what color am I going to put on my watch today? You know? Sorry, I'm not looking in here. I'm so sorry, guys. I hate when I do that. Okay, so remember in our last vlog that I told you, I'm so sorry. I feel like that entire segment, I wasn't looking at you. Do you remember I told you about I've got to do something in order for me to chug down the water that I need to chug down every day? I hate water. I hate it. It even makes me nauseated if I, you know, have the amount that I've been drinking lately, which is only about 40 something ounces. And I've gotten a couple days where I've actually gotten like in the 50 ounce thing. And then, was it yesterday or the day before? I actually did 68 ounces. I know, becoming really good. However, today, hardly anything because we had to leave so early. I haven't walked and I haven't even gotten one of these down yet. So bad day when it comes to that. However, it is almost 7. I think at 8 o'clock, 8, maybe even 8:30, because the sun isn't going to set until I think 9:37 or something. I think it's only going to be about 72 around then. So I think I will do my walk, because I've done it every day. Today will be the 8th day, and yeah, so I think I will do that. So this is the big, huge 34 ounce bottle. This is the sleeve because this is glass. And this will give me some sense of, like, if I'm looking again, this will give me some sense of, you know, I'm not, I don't know. I'm so afraid I'm going to drop it. But it is such a pretty bottle. It's a shame to cover it up, I know, because look at this. Isn't that pretty? This is bamboo. And I just ordered, I didn't even know they made it. They have a cap that you can screw on that is self-sealing, and it's one of those that you can just kind of suck and get, you know, you don't have to just every single time undo this drink, put it back on. And I really like that idea. Plus it does not, even if you tip it over, it doesn't leak, and it's something that you don't have to pull up and use every time. It sounds really cool. So I ordered one of those because that'll make it even easier. Now the reason why it's this color is because this is the whole reason why I wanted to try Water Drop, is they have these little Water Drop micro drink flavors, but they're more than that. They're also hydrators, and there's a little bit of vitamins in them. They have kind of different types, so you'd have to browse on their website. And I just sort of got a little tester, and I think there were, how many? Like 4 different flavors. And then I did order, I think, 1 other flavor or something. So I just brought these out for you guys to see. This is the micro drink. This is called Youth. There is no sugar in any of their options. Absolutely no sugar, nothing bad. So what is Water Drop? It's the real taste of natural fruits and plants to enhance the best drink in the world, pure water. So you would use one of these. So this is what they come in. You just kind of pop this little thing and then it slides out. And they're in these little things that you pull back, and then you drop it in your water. Sorry, I'm looking over here again. You drop it in your water. Now, because my bottle is 34 ounces, I use 2 of them in my bottle. Otherwise, I don't really taste anything. So this particular one, because again, they can vary. This one has, let me see. Well, they all have some sodium, because remember, this is more of like an electrolyte kind of balancer. So there's sodium, potassium. This one has vitamin C, riboflavin, and niacin. Some of them have a little bit different type of concoction in there. But so far I haven't had one that I'm like, ew. This one's peach. I have this one. I wasn't sure. I don't like watermelon flavored anything. I like watermelon on occasion, but I just don't like the flavor of it, like as a flavor, to flavorize other things. But this one is watermelon and cucumber, and I only taste the cucumber, and it is so good. I'm sure there's other people that taste the watermelon. This is really good. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. And I wish, because I just placed an order now that I've tried it, I placed an order for a few other flavors, and I wish I would have got more of these, because I'll probably go through, I have to put 2 in my 1 bottle, but I really loved this flavor. This one has potassium, of course, the sodium. There's no sugar, anything like that. There's 1 carb in 1 cube. But this one has potassium, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and biotin, or biotin. Yeah. And yeah, so you just do that. There they are. And it really helps me to get down my water for the day. I've only had this for 3 days, and I shoot for 2 of those. And I feel like, okay, 68 ounces, basically, if I do 2 34 ounces, that is pretty amazing for myself. Like, I'm happy with that. That's really good. Okay, I've been on Metformin once with my dinner, which that reminds me I'm an hour off because I was starving when I came home, so I had my dinner real early. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to have with my Metformin that I usually take at 6, and it's now 7:03. So this, let's see, I've had it now, let's see, is this 5 days? Today may be the 6th day, and I've had it for 5 days so far. And so far so good. I haven't had any side effects. Like I said, today, well, there is one, but nothing that's like uncomfortable or, oh my God. I just definitely have more of a gassy kind of stomach, but it's not terrible at all. But I definitely, there's like, you'll hear kind of like bubbling and gurgling every now and then. And yeah, definitely have kind of more of a gassy, more gas than I ever have had, actually. But other than that, nothing. Like, I haven't had diarrhea. I got really quiet because I think my neighbors are outside. I haven't had anything like that. Any bad tummy aches or nausea or headaches or anything. But again, that's only taken the 500 milligram in the evening with my dinner. And then after a week, you're supposed to go up to 2 500 milligrams, one with your breakfast and one for your dinner. However, because I know I am a sensitive gal, I think I'm just going to continue with doing the 500. However, and he said, well, I haven't taken it long enough to say yay or nay on whether eventually it's going to help my appetite, my nighttime, I wouldn't call them cravings. I binge eat at night, so I've been on the wagon, the keto wagon, but still, I'll grab cherries, blueberries. I just feel like I'm constantly wanting to eat after probably, usually eat my dinner at 6. So yeah, I would say pretty much after dinner, I'm thinking, what can I have for dessert? And I'll get some fruit. And it's a real battle for me to just shut that off. And I haven't had any help with any of that yet. No appetite control. But again, it's only been either 4 or 5 days. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. In our next vlog, I am going to talk about a sort of a different route that I've decided to take, a different path. And we'll see how that goes, because by then, I believe I will have already had my consultation, and I'll know more then if this is something that I really am going to do, or if the doctor feels that it would be something for me. So I'm not going to talk about it yet, but it doesn't have anything to do with found, unfortunately. And I'm going to talk to the doctor that actually she's a nurse practitioner, but I'm going to talk to her about what she thinks I should do about that, and about should I continue to take the metformin just for other generalized good things that it can do for me. So I'll get more answers then. So in the next vlog, we'll talk about that. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this up, and I am going to get on with my evening. I know I'm going to want to eat something. I have to do something because I got to take my medicine. And I am going to hopefully go on that walk tonight. Hope you guys have a really wonderful 4th of July weekend. And be safe. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye-bye. I did end up out here walking. It's gorgeous walking this time of night. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm sure I can think of a million reasons to talk myself out of not walking if I wait this long in the day, I would have totally walked every night while the weather's this beautiful. It's beautiful. Hardly any traffic. I mean, you're going to hear occasionally, but nothing like during the day. All right.